Mr. Michael, Social Studies teacher. The first part of this video is the slides for your lecture notes outline. The second part is an explanation of the lecture notes. The French Revolution, explanation of the lecture notes. As the 1700s were coming to an end, France was about to go through big changes. The country was divided into groups where a few rich people had most of the power and wealth, while most people had very little. French society was divided into three distinct groups known as the estates. The first estate, the clergy, constituted about 1% of the population. The second estate, the nobility, made up about 2%. The vast majority of French citizens, a full 97%, belonged to the third estate. It included everyone from wealthy merchants to the poorest peasants. Enlightenment thinkers promoted radical ideas of freedom, equality, and brotherhood. These ideas, emphasizing logic and reason over tradition, ignited the minds of the Third Estate. They encouraged people to question the long-standing social order. They especially inspired the wealthier middle-class folks of the Third Estate who wanted more power and less unfair treatment. An economy in shambles laid bare the inequities of taxation. Economic difficulties arose from high taxes, crop failures, rising bread prices, and royal debt from wars and extravagant spending. Weak leadership was exhibited by Louis XVI's indecisiveness, poor counsel from advisers and Marie Antoinette, and misguided financial solutions like taxing the Second Estate. While the nobility lived lavishly, the commoners faced debilitating taxes and food shortages, with the poorest suffering the most. King Louis XVI tried to make the nobles pay more taxes, but that didn't work out well. The Estates General met to address the financial crisis but was stuck in deadlock. The old order gave equal votes to each estate as a whole, not to the individual members. This always allowed the First and Second Estates to outvote the Third Estate. Third Estate demanded more representative voting. The Third Estate was locked out of the Estates General. They moved over to the Palace Tennis Court and formed the National Assembly. There, they made a very bold move with the Tennis Court Oath, vying to forge a fair constitution for all. The French Revolution had begun. The revolution escalated when Louis XVI's guards surrounded Versailles. This sparked rumors that the Third Estate was in danger, which incited the storming of the Bastille. This dramatic confrontation marked the revolution's explosive beginning. Widespread chaos erupted across France as peasants revolted and the royal family was brought to Paris. Inspired by the American Revolution, the National Assembly adopted the Declaration of the Rights of Man. It proclaimed liberties similar to those in the American Bill of Rights. This marked a significant step towards liberty, equality, and fraternity. Inside the Legislative Assembly, political alliances formed and reformed. In the new government, there were different opinions. Conservatives wanted to change very little. Moderates wanted to keep the king but with limits. Radicals wanted to get rid of the king completely. Radicals, like the sans-culottes who got their name from wearing long pants as a symbol of rebelling against the old order. The Reign of Terror led to the guillotine's rise as a grim symbol of the period. Tragically, it was the commoners, those of the Third Estate who had initially sought reform, who suffered the most. They were the majority of the estimated 40,000 executed. The French Revolution profoundly reshaped society. It weakened the power of the clergy and nobility, and inspired revolutionary ideals globally. Thanks for watching. Good luck on your assessment.